We're straight this morning. Feel like I'm on a ship. Sean's like that. If we're slightly wonky, you'll just have to forgive us. Because the gimbal's had a bit of a thing. Oh, hello. It's going everywhere.
Oh, okay. It's not.
Oh, we got it?
Maybe.
Those gremlins need putting back in that cupboard.
Yes, get gone.
Thinks. We might need to
I think it's the cheeky elf.
Oh, it's Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah, I think it's that.
Of course it is. Little munchkin.
Whoever let him out, he needs to go back with gremlins.
He's been on a sticker machine this morning.
Has he been on a sticker machine?
Has he?
Oh.
He's messing with ink.
Has he? He's been messing with the ink on the sticker machine this morning. That's rude.
That is very rude.
We can't have that.
No.
So if we look like we're on a ship and we're about
Yeah, we'll
to
just
go
like this.
you'll be all right. We'll make it work. Right, welcome to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. My name's Mel. I'm going to be your host for this hour. We've got our lovely Jayne.
Hello.
Who's going to be demonstrating.
Yeah.
Did a good job on Saturday.
Thank you.
Though, didn't you?
I didn't. It wasn't my comfort zone.
I don't like
a huge
presenting.
leap out of my comfort zone. Yeah, but we
you
did it. Did it? Yeah. Tried
There you
it.
go.
If it's an emergency situation like that again, maybe. I mean, the customers didn't abandon us.
No,
They were really lovely. They were very nice, and they kept saying really nice things.
There you go.
So
see?
yeah, it was done.
Brilliant, right?
We did it.
Fabulous. We've got Sean on cameras,
Morning.
trying to balance us all out.
Yeah, it's going to end up with a sore arm.
Stuff like that by the end of it, by the look of it. And then we've also got our lovely Sam, who's producing this morning.
Morning.
I love it when Sam comes in here.
Sam's
She's like a ray of sunshine.
She's
isn't she?
lovely.
No, I don't know what's happening this week.
Are you in a good mood this week?
I think I'm in here quite a lot this week.
Are you?
Oh, sunshine in your studios.
Love that. Makes me really happy. Right, let me tell you a little bit about live shopping, where you can find us and how to watch and shop with us, because it's super easy. So you can watch us on YouTube. So if you want to put us on your TV, you can do that. You can also watch us on our socials, so Facebook and Instagram, and our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. Now, to shop on either Facebook or Instagram, each product that we show you will have a code. That code will come on your screen, and those two words in bold, so for example, shop trinket, you type those into the comments underneath the video, and that automatically reserves that product in a basket for you. Then you'll receive a direct message. You'll find a link inside that. Click the link. That will take you to the website where you must log into your account so you get your club member benefits, and then check out those baskets, especially on the moulds on this show, because we haven't got massive quantities of any of them. So please, please, please make sure that I know I hate being that host that pushes you to check out, but I know how it feels when you miss out on a deal, and it's not nice. So please make sure that you're doing that. Now, if you prefer to shop directly on the website, you don't need the shop codes for that. You literally just press play on the show and all the items will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You then select the ones that you want to purchase. They'll appear at the top in a little red shopping bag, and when you're ready to log in and check out, you're going to click on that bag, and that will take you through that process. It's got a mind of its own this morning.
It
That
really
camera,
has,
Sean,
hasn't
hasn't it? It's like that.
Oh, look, it's going again, look.
Like that. So that's how you shop with us here. Now, let me just talk to you about the club. I know most of you know, but we've had a lot of new customers yesterday, probably from the show at Bath, which is wonderful. And if you are new, just say hello in the comments, because we like to give you a nice highlight welcome. We're building this wonderfully creative, kind and inspirational community where you can come every day and watch our shows, whether they're live or on repeat, or watch us on YouTube. And we're just building this lovely community where everybody looks after everybody else, which is just fabulous. Now, part of that, if you open an account with us, it's free, which you would expect it to be, but it means that you get extra discount on every order without any exceptions. So there's none of this, oh, I've got a voucher code, you put it in, it says not applicable on this product.
Oh, don't.
Drives me mad.
Yeah, infuriating.
Right?
Yeah.
There's none of that. You'll get your discount, and then the more you spend with us, the more discount you get. You also get 5 loyalty points for every £1 that you spend. Now they're credited back to your account in about 2 weeks' time, and that's because our returns policy is 14 days. So we need to make sure that you're keeping the product before we allocate those points. And those points you can use as you go along to get extra discount, or you can save them up and spend them against a larger purchase. It's entirely up to you. So that's how you shop with us. Right, Jane, I'm in love with that.
This is stunning.
So we have a little story to tell you first though, don't we? About the heat mat.
Yes, the heat mat. Okay, so I went home last night and I made pretty samples, another one of these little bases, and made it all nice. Used the fabulous new mica powders. The colours are stunning. Made some really pretty samples for you. Went to bed, left it curing. Woke up this morning, thought, that's still sticky. That's not going to come out of the mould yet. Okay, so I got here for 8:25, and I got the heat mat, the resin curing heat mat out of the academy, switched it on, and they're on there now. Hopefully, by the time we go to that section, I will be able to demold them for you. But that's because I sleep under 15 tog duvet. I don't need my heating on at night. So my heating clicks off at like 9:30 at night when I go to bed. So obviously the temperature in my room drops.
Oh no.
My resin did not cure. I've got Christmas baubles ready for my tree that I'm desperately waiting to cure, because I made them as well last night. I'm like, can't demold them either. So that's my story.
Perfect.
My story is my room temperature dropped, my resin didn't cure properly, well, not fully, not enough for me to demold it. And I really wish now that I'd got one of those heat mats when we
have those on
However,
the shelves now.
Stephanie has managed to get 5 more.
Right.
And I think they have been added to the campaign. They're not on the counter
Not
because
yet.
we haven't
No,
got.
Sam says not yet, so we'll get that sorted out for you, and we'll let you know as soon as it is, because that makes a
Huge
difference.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that once it's been added to the show.
Yeah.
But let's talk about these moulds. That, Jane, is beautiful.
Stunning.
It just reminds me of something my grandma had on a dressing table.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful.
It's faceted. Absolutely stunning. I just love how it's come out, and the sides of it as well. This isn't flat, so that actually goes in. So that facet goes into the middle of there, and it's just so stunning. I was really happy with how this came out, and yeah.
Jane, just before you continue, Lisa Evans, can you just retype in the shop code your O and your U with the wrong way around, so it won't recognise that? So Lisa, if you want shop duo, just check your spelling and retype it in for me, darling. I don't want you missing out.
Oh no, definitely
not. That is exquisite, isn't it?
Absolutely
shop jar,
beautiful.
$21.99. Now we're talking silicone moulds here.
Yes.
These moulds will last you a lifetime. They're a tool. It's like buying a trimmer or a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
This is going to last you forever if you look after it.
Absolutely.
And epoxy resin is brilliant with this. I could use resin cast in this.
You could absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, you could use resin cast in that, and it would come out it would just come out stunning.
That would be beautiful.
Stunning. Yeah, definitely.
Especially if you did it in the black, and then you
Yes.
took the finger waxes and rubbed over it.
Yeah.
We'll pick up on all those facets.
Yeah.
And make it look really elegant. And
I
I
just
love that about moulds.
Yeah.
Depends what you put in it and how you mix it and how you colour it. You'll get different effects every time. I mean, that with alcohol inks in would look completely different.
Oh, totally. But that,
It's good, isn't
that
it?
is just crystal clear again.
It is. It's stunning.
That is that epoxy resin.
Yes,
It's that epoxy resin. We've got on the show, and it's just absolutely stunning. The effect, I love it. Absolutely love it.
I do
And this
too.
one, you can make as many as you want of these and stack them up.
Yes, true. Yeah,
you can
absolutely.
stack because the base has got that ridge, which will then go into the top of the next one.
So you could have your jewellery, because I
have
take
your
my jewellery
jewellery.
off at night.
Yeah.
Jewellery, cotton wool buds.
Yep. Makeup removal
all
pads,
of that.
tissues. Yeah. You could stack that and make it. I mean, my plan was to make one of every colour of the rainbow. Just to have the rainbow.
That looked lovely on my desk, that, Jane.
Okay, I will bear that in mind.
I know.
Noted.
But you actually don't get, do you?
Noted.
Shop jar, $21.99.
Absolutely, and I love that. Absolutely love that. As soon as I was going, Stephanie was like, "Okay, so what moulds do we want for the show?" So I was looking through, and that's amazing. That looks really nice. I got to pick moulds that came on the show. I know, so excited.
There you
So
go. Got Jayne
excited.
to thank for that. Right, now then, another one of my... Oh, 60% of it's already gone, that one.
Of that one. Okay.
Well done.
Yeah, well done, guys.
Don't forget you need to check your baskets
Yeah.
out. Right, let's talk this one.
Yeah.
This is lovely.
This is a shop box, I believe. Yeah, a little decorative box. It's a little trinket box. It's got, if you look around the edges, it's got that lined patterning.
It's like a cake, a
Yeah.
bun wrap, doesn't
Yes,
it?
absolutely, like a silicone wrap.
Yeah.
And then you've got a very, very, very delicate top to go on. It's just, yeah, absolutely
Stunning,
so
aren't they?
pretty, so pretty. That's one that I made last night. I'm really hoping that I can demold it for you.
Don't worry,
Because
if we can't demold it in this hour,
Then I'll
we can do
demold
on
it.
social.
yeah, definitely. Either or, and you will get to see the results.
You will,
Absolutely. Emily will make sure of it.
She will. Shop box, $19.99.
Yeah.
Remember, you're going to get your discount off these as well. So that price is going to come down further for you at checkout. Right, let's talk duo next, shall we?
So cute. So cute. And just the most, I just love them. They're so cute. A little girl would love this on her dressing table to put her little hair clips and hair grips and earrings if they've got them, depending on how old they are. And again, you get your base to make and you get a lid that will go on top of that as well. You get two parts for that one. So you get a flower and you also get a circle.
I like those.
And I just think they're so pretty.
Knick-knacks.
So pretty. Yeah, definitely. You can never have enough storage pots.
No, never. We have something like that at the front of our house as you walk in, so you can put your keys in it and you change out your pockets and all that kind of stuff. Change.
Okay, I don't use cash anymore.
Do you know?
No.
We do. Yeah, no, Mick does. Mick does.
I find it quite
all the
sad
time.
though that I don't.
Yeah, no, love
I
it.
know, yeah.
Change out your
I need
pockets.
to get back into using cash.
Shop Duo, $17.99 is going to get you both of those.
Yeah.
I think they're lovely.
I think they're lovely, really cute, and just that right size for the small things that would get lost in something like that.
And if you've got your resin from Cadence, which we've now sold out, we will be getting it back in the new year.
Yeah.
You could use your epoxy resin for those.
Yep.
And then if you've got moulds that have got like filigree detail, use that, heat it once it's cured, and wrap it around the front. So you've got like a moulding on the front and the back.
So pretty around there. The flourishes and things, they would look so lovely on that, definitely. Just add that little bit of finesse to it.
Yeah, perfect.
Definitely.
Shop Duo, $17.99. Now we've got a trio.
We have. We have got a trio.
Exciting.
We
Shop
have.
Trinket will get you this one. $24.99. Do you know what? Even before you discount, that's £8.33 for a mould.
Yeah. I know.
Of a trinket pot and a lid.
Yes.
£8.33. Now, our lovely, I have to get all the names right of these young blonde girls that I can never remember. Emily went to Edinburgh last weekend.
Yes, she did.
With her partner. It was their second anniversary.
Oh,
Isn't that
that's
cute. I love that. And she came back and she said to me, I had a hot chocolate mel. It was life-changing. You know what these kids are like? They're dramatic, aren't they? It was life-changing. She said it was £8.10, but it was worth
For
it.
a hot chocolate?
Yeah, but you should have seen it.
Was it a decent?
It was massive.
Oh, okay.
It was full of chocolate. It had chocolate whirls on it. It had toasted marshmallows. I know. She said it was worth
It was a
every
dessert
penny.
then?
But it was £8.10. £8.33. You've got a mould that's going to last you forever.
Yeah.
If you split that into three, and that's before you discount.
Yeah.
So it's better value than the hot chocolate.
because these would last. Your
Shop
hot chocolate's
Trinket,
gone.
exactly. Shop Trinket,
Yeah.
$24.99 is
So,
going to get you these three.
You get a hexagon shape with its own lid. You get a square and you get the heart shape, all with their own lids. They don't take a huge amount of resin to make these. I'd say less than 200 mil.
Okay.
Easily less than 200 mil to make these. I'm sure of it because you just wouldn't use a lot at all. But again, you can put your mica powders in. You can put glitter in so that it just goes around the bottom edge, and then pour your resin into there. And when it's cured and demolded, you've got a glittery top edge to that, just so that it makes it stand out and sparkle for you. Just that,
lovely, isn't
yeah.
it?
Just the things you can do with them.
Yeah, you're obsessed, aren't you?
I am a little bit. I am.
Shop Trinket, $24.99 will get you those
Yeah.
three. Right, let's talk about this one.
These are cute little Christmassy ones.
They are, absolutely.
yeah.
We had this on the other day, didn't we?
We
We've
did,
got a
yes.
little bit of
Yeah.
stock left.
Yeah.
Shop Cute, $9.99 is going to get you that. Now, you could make these with your fondant icing if you're decorating your own Christmas cake.
Yep.
You could make them out of chocolate if you wanted to put those
Absolutely.
around the side of your cake. But if you're going to use food and resin, please get 2 separate ones. You don't want to be using the same one. And the detail in these is lovely.
Oh, they're
Now, I
fabulous.
like the idea of using these with resin cast.
Yes.
Because then you can literally just, I mean, they're
You
just
can then
fabulous.
colour, you can
Colour them.
paint it afterwards,
Yeah,
and you can
yeah.
bring out all those little bits of detail. If you're using them with epoxy resin, if you get a little sponge applicator, you can dust these inserted parts with your mica powder, and then when you pour the resin in there, that will then stick into the resin and it will colour it. So you've got your clear resin, but just with those coloured parts in there, which would make them just pop out that little bit nicer.
Brilliant. Jane Kitching says, Jane, you did an excellent job on Saturday.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank
See?
you.
But you didn't enjoy it, did you?
Not massively.
You like doing the play a bit, don't
I
you?
do. I like my comfort zone. I like staying in my little box.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to take you out of that. I'm going to get you a scanning code.
Okay.
Now
You see,
then-
that's a computery type thing.
No, it's not.
Well,
Because I don't do computers. Ask Sean. I
well,
won't pass
no,
it,
I
they
know.
go off, right? If I say to Kurt, do that at the show, and I'll go, Carl, just tell everybody how bad I am on computer, and he just goes,
they just don't work. Do they look at you and go, no?
oh, literally, I can walk past them and they go off. I remember going upstairs, Aaron came here, one of our graphic designers from iHub, and he came over to do some, like 3 months work before he started his apprenticeship. And he rang me and he said, can you just come upstairs and look at that? So I wheeled my chair next to him, the computer went black. He went, what's happened? I wheeled my chair away and it all came back on again. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
Right, now then, let's talk
Mixing
essentials, because you use these all the time.
All the time, absolutely all the time. I like so epoxy resin. You can mix. Oh,
Sam,
Do you want me to get the other game?
why is it shaking?
Oh,
okay. Oh
That's
yeah,
on vibrate.
That's
what's on vibrate? You can hear it.
Right, everybody might go a bit wobbly.
We have to do this. Come on, Jane, you've got to keep going. Like you're on a vibration plate.
Oh, one of those. Have
I
you
love
ever been on
those.
one?
I love them. I have one at home.
Oh, we're back. Done. Session done.
That's it, we're good.
Okay.
The walls haven't crumbled.
No.
We're all right.
Yeah, there's nothing falling in on us.
I tell you, today's the day, isn't it?
Oh, it started well.
It's the 2nd of December and it's all going really well. I think it's Santa setting off from the North Pole. That's what it
He's
is.
going round and he's checking that we're all
You
being
can
good.
hear him now and he's
Yeah.
doing that. It's like, whoa.
He's checking everybody.
Alright, everyone.
Did I tell you about the little girl I met in the services the other day?
Yes. Oh, that was so lovely.
So,
yeah.
here we are. Are we there? Lovely.
Yay! And we've fixed it. Sam's fixed it.
Yes. So when I was little, I had proper ginger hair, proper red, but I had the temper that went with it.
Oh, I know.
I could bring I could bring the house down. So I was in the services. I was going up to do Hobbycraft TV, and I was in the services at Peterborough. And there's this little girl, and she was just like I was when I was little. And her daddy was trying to get her to go into the men's toilets to have a wee, and she was not having any of it. And I could see her dig her heels into the floor, which is what I used to do. And I could see her, so I knelt down and I went, I've just seen Santa go in there. She was like, really? I was like, yeah, go and have a look. So she goes running in there, and her dad's like, thank you, brilliant. Anyway, I waited. So I stood there, and she came out, and she went, guess what? I went, what? She went, I saw him. I was like, oh. That's the nicest thing ever. I was like, that just made my day.
Amazing.
It was super cute, but I could see her digging her heels in. I went, and she got the temper. He went, temper? I was like, I know.
Yeah, I have a daughter, and then I have a couple of grandsons that have got that.
Red hair.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dad took me to see a psychiatrist because I thought there was something wrong with me.
No, it's
And
just
he came
hair.
back and he went, no, she's just a redhead.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
But it's a
see.
stunning colour, though. That's the thing. I love the colour.
Oh, I do too, but yeah, not there. Anyway, back to these. So mixing cups, you're going to get 50 of those and 50 of your stirring sticks.
Yes.
Shop mix, $19.99.
I use these, like you said, I use these all the time because I mix by volume for the epoxy resin. These have got your markings on the side, so you can figure out exactly how much you need to use. So your epoxy is a part A and a part B mix. You use 50-50 of each. So if I was to mix 100 ml, I'd mix 50 part A, 50 part B, and I'd make sure that I've got the right amount by using that. You can mix it by weight as well. Some people do prefer to mix it by weight, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. You just need to make sure that you've got equal parts. Again, same weight of each amount.
Perfect.
But these, yeah.
Can I
these are...
reuse them?
You can. You would need to make sure that you've cleaned out the resin that you've mixed in there first.
How do I do that?
You could use alcohol, excuse me, you could use isopropyl alcohol, spray that in there, give it a wipe out, that would get it out. But baby wipes will clean it out.
Okay.
You could even let it cure and completely set in there and then give it a bit of a squeeze and you'll be able to peel it out, which is actually a really nice feeling.
I was going to say, you could have a whole canvas with the bottom of the cups in different
Oh
colours,
yeah,
couldn't you?
yeah,
How
that'd be,
cool would
that'd be good.
Yeah. Right. Shop
Yes.
Mix 19.99. Right, let's talk pigments now.
Okay.
These are fabulous, aren't they? So
They
we've got
are.
2 sets. Your top 2 rows is one set, and your bottom 2 rows is your other set. So let's go through the colours, and then we'll get Jayne to give you a little bit of a chat about these. You've got your white, your black, magenta, pink, red, fuchsia, orange, and yellow. And then your second row, which is the same set, you've got navy, blue, teal, cyan, purple, grey, and brown. Shop Vivid, $19.99.
Yeah.
Now we'll do the next set now, so you can choose your colours. Now Sean's getting down on bended knees. I would love to, Sean, but I'm married. Next set is sunset, brick, ruby, peach, cherry, lavender, violet, and sapphire. And then your next row down, he really is on his knees now, lake, sky, coffee, caramel, kiwi, lime, and lemon. There you go. Well done,
Yay!
Sean.
Well done. Fabulous.
Look at
Excellent
that.
work.
He's had his workout this morning. Right, Jayne, why do I need these and what do I use them for, please?
Okay, so these are pigment inks, different to alcohol inks. Alcohol ink, they work very, very similar, but alcohol ink is more translucent than this. This has got a different kind of depth of colour to it. Not quite the same as pigment paste, that is opaque, but this gives you a slightly deeper shade of colouring than the alcohol inks. Also, you can put these into your container or into your mould before you pour your resin in and it won't evaporate, whereas if you put alcohol ink in there and leave it for a second too long, it will evaporate out of it, so you basically left with a stain of colour in the bottom. These don't do that. These will last that little bit longer in there so that you can mix your resin and you can get it to the right consistency, the right clarity that you want before you put your colour in.
Perfect. Right, so Shop Vivid will get you top 2 rows.
Yeah, and you're getting 15 colours for
You are.
$19.99.
I know, that's cracking price. And then your bottom 2 rows is Shop Earth.
Yeah.
$19.99. Right, now then, UV resin.
Yes.
So this is a completely different resin to epoxy resin.
Completely different. So UV resin is cured by UV rays. So you can use a UV torch, you can use a nail lamp. On a really, really sunny day, you could even put it outside. It would take longer to cure because obviously it's not direct onto the item, but it would still cure it. It's kept in a black bottle so that no light can get in there, because if it was in a clear bottle and you'd got it next to your UV lamp or your UV torch, it would cure in the bottle, so that you've then wasted it. You're getting 100 grams in there and you get the torch with it for $19.99. UV resin cures very, very quickly, as in 2 minutes it is cured, so you can use it in a jewellery bezel. So you make sure you've got a backing on that bezel. So resin tape that we do sometimes have in stock, I don't know if we've still got any at the moment, but resin tape, so you'd stick the bezel onto the resin tape and then that forms the backing for you, so that you can then pour your UV resin into that bezel, cure it with your torch, and nothing's going to leak out, and then you just peel the tape off the back.
Perfect. So if you want to try UV resin, that's a great starter price. Shop bundle $19.99. Right, let's talk about this. Now we've got one of these left, so if you want it, you're going to need to get it into your basket, please. This is UK only because of the weight. It's already limited stock. Shop kit $99.99 before your discount will get you 4.5 litres of UV resin plus all the kit that goes with it. So your gloves, your measuring cups, your lolly sticks,
yep.
you've got your spatula in there, you've got a scraper in there, and you've got your pipettes for fine, fine detail.
Absolutely.
If you want that, shop kit, $99.99.
Yeah, and this is what I used to make this, and it comes out as clear.
Nice.
The difference between epoxy and the Cadence resin, the Cadence resin has more flexibility to it. You can heat it and soften it, and you can mould it around things. This one, I haven't tried that with. I don't know that you'd be able to do it with this particular one. So it is something that I will try at some point, but it does still come out crystal clear.
It's lovely,
and you
isn't it?
can colour it with your powders, your inks, glitter. You can embed things into it. You can put photographs into it. You can put dried flowers in it. You can mix, if you wanted to make a memorial for somebody, you can mix different items from that into it. You can use it for, you can make anything with it that you want.
Absolutely, all sorts of great
And that
stuff.
is a huge, that is pretty much everything you will need to make and work with it, because your pipettes, like Mel said, you use those to draw up your mixed resin into there, and then you can get into the finer details, like on this one, like on this mould here. If you wanted to get into these lines in between here, you would use the pipettes to get into these little spaces, so that you make sure that you're filling it in the right place.
Lovely. All right, so if you want that one, shop kit, $99.99. Right, let's talk pigment paste next, because this was new last week. We haven't got a lot of these left.
Haven't,
so if you want it, please get it in.
So these two here, you're getting a black and a white, so it is shop pigment. $19.99 for the two. You're getting 160 grams in total, I believe. It's 80 grams of each. They give you a complete opaque colour.
Yep.
The black is literally, the black of these lids is not as black as that black pigment paste. Yeah, it's like ink.
It is.
It's absolutely.
Where's that black jar that
I think
we had
it's in the academy,
right
in there.
When you get to there, I'll go in there and get that. And
Right.
I can show
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
But what I was surprised by, Jayne, was you put 4 or 5 drops in
Yeah.
of that black, and it was like coal. I mean, it's the blackest black you can ever possibly imagine.
And it's instant.
It's superb.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like ebony. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So if you want those two, shop pigment, $19.99. I'm sure Jayne will use those as we go through the demos.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk mica powders now.
New sets.
New
Two
sets.
new sets. 20.
So top 2 rows
Yep.
is one set. Bottom 2 rows is another set. And you can see very clearly there the different colours that you're getting. So let's talk about these micas, please.
So these are a completely new set. So you're getting 20 little bottles in these. You've got 5 grams in each, but again, you use the smallest of amounts. There's some metallics, there's some fluorescents, depending on which set you buy. Some of these colours I've never seen. It's like, I think I used this champagne colour last night, and the pale pink. They're just the stunning, absolutely. I can't think of the right word for them. I really enjoyed using them last night, because they mixed in really well. And I'm just hoping that I can show.
Oh yeah, you will be able to show.
If not later.
Right, just before, well, let's go. If you go and sit down, Jayne, and we'll talk about this this resin mat, because this speeds up the curing process.
It really
incredibly,
does.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's got 3 temperature settings. So this is where you would plug it in up there. That is your controller. So you've got 3 so that's switched off. So that's your first setting, which gives you, I think that takes your curing time to about 8 hours. That one would take it to about 6 hours, and that one 4 hours, which is absolutely phenomenal.
We're just still waiting for somebody to add that to the show. So Sam's just going to go and ring upstairs and we can get that added.
They are still, they are still a little bit soft though, unfortunately.
That's all right.
But this it absolutely is a game changer for anybody that works with resin, because it dramatically reduces the time. Because if you're like me and you're not very patient and you want to demold things, this will mean that you can demold things a lot quicker, because you're reducing that time by like 4 hours. 4 hours off of a curing time it takes it down to like 6 hours maximum. It's just phenomenal, the work it does.
Okay, the more I put on it, does it take longer? Or is it just across the board? If I put
the
1
heat-
on or 12 on, does it matter?
No, as far as I'm aware, no, it doesn't, because it's the whole mat that heats
That
up.
heats
It
up.
doesn't draw it in
Yeah.
any one. It's the whole area that is heated up. So that is as hot as this piece up here,
Right.
and under there is as hot as that piece there.
Okay, perfect. I think that's a really good investment.
Yeah,
As soon as we've got the
definitely.
details, we'll put that on the screen for you, and then you can make your decision.
Yeah.
But if you're serious about your resin and you haven't got that, especially now because it's getting colder,
Yes, it is getting a lot colder, as I found out last night.
it's fabulous. Okay,
Yeah.
so as soon as we get those details, we'll pop that on. I'm going to let Jayne start demonstrating. I'm going to go into Academy and try and find that black
It should be on the table
pot,
as you walk in.
because I want you to see it. It's superb. Right, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, so I'm going to make another lid. I'm just going to make another one of those. So I will get my glove on for safety. I always wear gloves when I'm using epoxy, just because it's sticky, and I don't want it on my skin, just because it is sticky, and it means that you then can't touch anything until you've like washed your hands, and it just reduces the time that you can work with it. But I've dropped it on clothes and been left with a sticky patch on my clothes. So I am going to pour just enough to make this lid, which is actually more than you'll think it's going to be. So part A goes in there, and I'm going to mix 100 ml of each. So that is part A going in. Part A is the thicker of the two liquids. And if your room temperature is cold where you're working, you can warm up your part A, and it is recommended to do that, just because it makes it that little bit thinner, so that you can mix it easier. So then you take your part B.
Aileen says, Jayne, you mentioned the other day that the mould with the Roman numerals will be great for today.
I did. Unfortunately, that clock that I was expecting in has been delayed in transit. The clock mould. It's on its way. We have got some of them coming in, but they have been delayed. So as soon as they are in, they will be added on to another show I can assure you about, because I pouted a little bit last night when I got told that they weren't in yet.
Okay, Sam, we've got a few customers saying that our voices are out of sync. I don't know what we can do. Is it because we've changed halfway through?
Okay. Maybe, yeah, it might be.
Might have been.
Marina's asking question, Jayne. Okay, I'm just going to say it
Okay.
like this. How come you don't use a battery mixing tool?
Because it's not something, I've looked at them at home, but it's not something that I feel like I'm ready to invest in. It's not something that we've looked at here yet at all. I know they exist, and I have looked at them at home, and they do seem to be good, but because I only make in small amounts, I don't feel that for me it's an investment that I'd want to make quite yet. They look good, and they do look like they would be quite a time-saving piece of equipment, but I'm limited in space at home where I work, where I make my things. So for me, it's that, and it's the fact that I don't feel like I make enough yet to warrant that investment. But by all means, if it's something that you're looking at and you know that you would make full use of it, and it's something that would be very cost effective for you, then yeah, look into it. Do plenty of research, because there are quite a few out there. I'd want you to make sure that you got the right one for you, for your budget, and also that's going to do the work that you want it to do properly. Okay, so as you can see, I've started mixing the two together, and it's gone cloudy, and it looks like it's stringy in there as well. So when I'm mixing it, I never stir it. I don't stir it like it's a cup of tea, because that means that you would get far too many bubbles in there, and that's not the effect that I want. You're going to get micro bubbles anyway, because you are mixing two liquids together, two chemicals together.
Okay.
And that is a reaction that you're going to get. There's no two ways around that. And also depending on the speed at which you mix, because obviously I'm mixing this quicker than I would at home, which is because we're limited for time for demo purposes and things like that. So there are bubbles in here. If I was at home and I'd got these bubbles, I would then, once it's cleared, I would stand it to one side and let it stand there for 5 to 10 minutes for those bubbles to dissipate. Unless I was using alcohol ink, alcohol ink will clear bubbles out for me.
Jane, I've written a message in. It's my fault I didn't put my mic back on. We're trying to memo to each other and neither of us can understand what we're talking about. Now then, the heat mat that we were talking about before, just to give Jane a few minutes to mix that, is on the show. It will be dispatched from next Tuesday, which will be the 9th of December, because that's the earliest date we can get it back in stock for you. Shop mat, $59.99. Now, if you're serious about your resin, that is not a big investment.
No.
And if you're making to sell, then you want to speed up that process. Or, as you say, I don't think I've ever met a patient crafter. We want it yesterday. It's like when I was demonstrating at the weekend. So I started doing sospeso and they're like, well, what about this bit in the middle? I was like, give me a minute. And they're all like, I'm really sorry. I'm like, no, you don't need to apologise because we're all the same.
Yeah, exactly.
But let me go through the process.
Yeah.
So that, now then, while Jane's just mixing that, I want to talk to you about this because this is that pigment paste. Look how black that is. That is tremendous. It is literally as black as you could probably get. And that's a really weird statement, isn't it? But you get lots of different shades of black. Who knew? This is incredibly dense. And our pigment pastes are on a fabulous price. So you get both the black and the white. Now, Jayne put 5 drops of the black into her epoxy resin, and that's how it comes out. It's incredible, and the white is just as good, and we've put the two together because you can swirl it and create like a marble effect. But how beautiful is that, isn't it?
I love that.
Stunning.
I love the shine on it as well.
It's just amazing. It looks really expensive. The only thing I like about number 10 Downing Street is the colour of the door and the shine.
You said that. You did say that.
It's so black. I love it. And this will give you that finish. It is absolutely superb product.
Tell you what, when I think I demoed it, didn't I, last week? And your face was an absolute picture. And David's was the same the next day when I did it with David.
I didn't expect it to go that dark with such a little bit of that product, which is amazing.
So I will show them. I will show them this. I'll put a little bit into here.
Okay.
I'll pop a little bit in here and I will show you just how.
Right, now, you can see there's quite a lot of bubbles in that. How do I get rid of the bubbles if that's a problem for me?
If it's a problem for you, if you've not got the time, if you don't have the time to put that to one side and wait 5 to 10 minutes for those bubbles to clear, you can use isopropyl alcohol. You just put a bit of you'd spray a little bit over the top. That's not going to go in.
If you're going to do that, please do that and put a mask on.
Very ventilated
just like
area.
like the mask we wore during COVID, put one of those on and work outside, because if you're atomizing isopropyl alcohol, you don't want to be breathing that in. That's the only bit that I would say. Jayne's wearing gloves because she doesn't want to get it on her hands, but you're not wearing a mask and all the protection.
No.
But if you are spraying isopropyl alcohol, if you're atomizing it, please do it outside and wear a face mask.
So that is just a small, tiny amount in there, and it's come out and it is absolutely jet black.
That's amazing.
And I do love that. I love how it comes out like that.
Absolutely.
I love that colour that it creates. That to me is just phenomenal.
Chris is asking, how did you get the glitter just on the outside, not on the inside?
On the outside.
I don't know which. Chris, I need a bit more information, please.
No, I don't understand that.
We need to know which project you're talking about, please.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, Jayne looked at me like I've got 2 heads, and I'm like, I don't know. I know, Marina, Mel, get your mic back on. I know, I'm just listen. I forget.
Are you being told off?
Yeah. Standard.
I know.
Okay,
so on this one, I'm going to mix
the white.
Some white.
Now look at that small amount.
That's a tiny amount in there.
Look at that, it's like a lava lamp.
I know.
Oh, I could sit and watch that all day. Look at that, look how it's held it in there. That's ridiculous. That's like something out of Harry Potter. That's wizardry. Look at that. I introduced Stephanie to Harry Potter on Sunday afternoon.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a rabbit hole.
I know, but a wonderful one to go down.
Oh, definitely.
Look at that.
Okay, so that's
magic. Look at that.
and that's going to give you that complete opaqueness, which is just fabulous. Fabulous depth of colour. But then you can put ink in it, so you can put drops of ink in it, and I'm actually going to put some mica powder in there.
She says on the black trinket box, there isn't any glitter on the black trinket box.
No, the black trinket box, no.
It's
that's
the pigment.
Pure pigment.
It's the shine that it gives you. There's no glitter. It's amazing, isn't it? We're still a bit out of sync. You'll have to just bear with us in this show, I'm afraid. Other than crashing out the show and coming back in again, which means you'll miss some of the demos. Just put up with the out of sync for the next few minutes. And then we'll reset it. And also, Jane McDonald says, just bought the heat mat for £8.95. Been saving my points for this. Happy days.
Well done. Fabulous.
Brilliant.
Okay, so I'm going to put a little
that's
bit
so exciting.
of mica powder
Oh, I
in
can mix
there.
the mica in with the pigment paste.
You can.
Wow.
So,
So, Chris, you were asking about which glitter. There's no glitter. It's the shine that it brings you on that pigment paste. We'll put the details of the pigment paste on the screen for you. You get the black and the white. The white is the one that Jane's using now. She's mixing that mica, those brand new micas in. To here, there's some very pretty colours in those
there is
micas.
some very, very pretty colours.
I like ballet slippers. They're lovely.
So that's in there. So then I'm going to just pour that in, and you can see it's just got that
very soft hue.
Very soft, very subtle shading in there.
That's lovely. Now, how much did you mix for that, Jane?
That was 220 ml, so 110 of each.
Okay. And in your big one, you're getting 4.5 litres.
You're getting 4.5 litres.
You're getting 4,500 ml.
You would make, you could make a lot of projects with that.
That's
quantity,
brilliant.
which is what we need. When we get, see, when I first started making resin things, I bought the smallest kit possible,
right?
Because I didn't know if I was going to enjoy it.
Yep.
I didn't know that I'd like it, and I didn't want to pay a huge amount of money to find something that I didn't actually
get that
like.
Yep.
Now, sorry, I was just going to say I haven't actually made enough for this.
Okay.
Because I took some out and put it in there.
Okay.
There's not quite enough to fill this up, so I will mix some more in a minute and just top that up.
Okay. Chris wants to see this again. I know, Chris. It blows your mind, doesn't it? Look at that. There's no glitter in that. That's the shine. Let's get really, really, really close, Sean. Look at that.
It is just absolutely stunning.
Isn't that just phenomenal? I get why you thought it was glittery, but it's not. Look at the bottom there. That's amazing, isn't it? I love this product. I think it's brilliant. Right, Jane, just while you mix that other bit, I'm going to do a recap on these molds.
Okay,
because I don't want anybody missing out. How are we doing on this one, Sam? Oh, here we are. Large resin has gone, so that big kit has gone. The trinket jar, is that this one? Shop jar?
There's one left.
This one. There's one left. So if you want this, if you want to make beautiful pieces like this, I mean, this is just gorgeous, isn't it? I love that. And as Jane said, if you make several of them, you can stack them because it's got this extra panel on the bottom, so that will then sit inside there. So you can put all your little knickknacks or your jewellery in there. How beautiful is that? Shop jar, $21.99, the fastest fingers first now. We've got one left. Now, this is similar to the one that I've just shown you, the black one. The lid looks like it's the same.
I think the lid is I think the lid is the same.
Oh, let's have a look. If it goes back in the mould, we'll know, won't we? Slightly smaller, but it's got those ridges in, so you get that same look as the lid on there, but then it's got stripes that come down here. This is lovely as well. Shop box, $19.99 will get you that. Can you imagine having a store where you sell those? It's beautiful, isn't it? I love it. I think it's really, really different. I think that's really special. So if you want that one, shop box, $19.99. Now remember, you'll get your club discount off that. You'll get your loyalty points back. And if your basket spend after all of those discounts is £35 or over, we're going to pay you postage. Has it all gone?
Yeah.
Right. Just trying to write it upside down on the bottom of a board. I'm like, Sam, do yourself a favour.
I'm left-handed.
Right. That one's gone. Now, congratulations if you got that. We do have this one. 40% of the heat mat is now allocated. Now, that will ship from the 9th of December, so next Tuesday, a week today. And we've got to wait for that stock to come in, but we'd rather you reserved it now so that you've got it, and as soon as it comes in, it can come out to you. Shop, what's the code for the heat mat, please, Sam?
Shop mat.
Shop mat, $59.99 will get you that. That's a game changer. When David uses it, and he does, you know, the long, thin, lacy moulds, and he does that, I mean, it cuts the curing time down massively. And I love that, because when you've made something, when you've poured something, you want to see it, don't you? So anything that will speed it up. If you're serious about your resin, treat yourself to that mat. Invest in the right tools for the right job. Right, so going back to this one, Sam. So if you want this, this is Shopbox $19.99. I love that. I think it's really pretty. Now then, we've got a duo for you. So you've got that lovely, it's like a Mary Quant flower.
Yes.
Isn't it?
It is, yes.
It's like the Mary Quant flower. Yeah. Shop Duo is going to get you that flower mould with the lid, and also the one that is round. So if you just want something simple, and remember, you can put your rice papers into your resin.
Yeah.
So you could have the lid with a picture on it. I know, it's good, isn't it? I'm resisting it. I've got the Cadence resin at home. I've had it, I'm going to say, for about 7 years, and it still works perfectly. It's brilliant. I bought it from the Cadence shop in Istanbul.
Oh,
and we went over.
Oh,
I
no.
know. I was like, well, we bought loads of stuff.
Yeah.
Half of it didn't arrive, and the other half was in bits.
Oh, no.
But that.
Well,
no,
that
'cause
came
I
back.
bought a load of plastic stuff, didn't I? Thinking I was being clever. And then you've got all of these three here as well. So this is Shop Trinket. You've got your hexagon, your square, and your heart. Again, 3 molds. They're £8.33 each. Combined $24.99 before you discount. That is fabulous, isn't it? Davina says, I grabbed the last jar, checked out and paid for, got confirmation, but it's still showing in the basket on here.
Oh.
Right, we'll have a look at that for you. And Marine says, Jane, didn't you make your own resin paste a few months ago with mica?
I did, yes, absolutely. And I would still advocate for that, because as much as I love this, you can make your own colours. So all of these colours that you've got in here, just supposing you bought one of these sets of 20, you can use a part A or a part B. You don't mix it together, so you use either or, and then you put your mica powder in there, and depending on the depth of colour that you want, that's going to dictate how much mica powder you want in there. Mix it in thoroughly until you get to that same kind of consistency as these pastes, and then you've got 20 colours of pigment paste.
Which is fabulous.
Which is fabulous.
But you're not going to get that black.
You're not going to get that black. You will not. You'd be very, very lucky to get that black. Absolutely. But
right.
If you wanted to make coloured pigment pastes, I would still advocate for doing that, because coloured pigment paste is so expensive.
Right. Davina says a wee tip. A wee tip to make sure your mica powder is dissolved before adding it to your resin. You can dissolve a wee bit of in isopropyl alcohol, swirl it round, then add a little bit of resin mix, and then add to the larger quantity of resin.
Okay.
She says she was wondering why she kept getting sprinkles of unmixed mica powder.
Yes.
So that's what she does. That's
a
great tip.
Thanks for
that. You know what? I love this.
Yeah, definitely.
Because Jane, you're on a journey with resin, but you haven't been doing it that long, have you?
8 months, 9 months.
And I love this. I get it with Scan and Cut. Somebody will message and go, do you know what? You can do it this way. I'm like, yeah, of course you can.
And then you try it, yeah.
And then you try it, and it's brilliant. And that's what I love about this, about Highlight Crafts and this community that we're building here. And please help us grow. Spread the word that we're here live. And that we share all our inspiration with you. I mean, we've got decades of experience in this building. We need to share it. And we do let everybody know that we're doing live shopping and how fabulous it is. And thank you for being part of the community and sending in little hints and tips like that, because nobody knows everything, right?
Oh, definitely.
And we all learn. Every day's a school day. If you learn something new every day, that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Well, there was
love
that lady last week, wasn't there, who uses UV resin now instead of super glue?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because it bonds things together, and it's so quick as well. If you're using your little torch to cure it, it bonds it within less than a minute, and it will bond 2 items together if you're using UV resin as a glue.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And more, Davina says, that was a great idea, Jayne. And I made my own paste and put it into the little pots that Highlight Craft sells. Brilliant.
Brilliant. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Good. I'm so pleased that you like that, because for me, I like what I do and I like what I use, but I don't always want to spend a huge amount of money on something that, if I can find a way to make it more cost effective, more efficient for me, then I'll pass it on to whoever I can pass it on to.
And Maureen C says, Davina, just delete it out the basket. I love the way you're telling each other how to shop. That's just blinking brilliant.
Well,
right,
yeah,
now then, heat map, we've got an update.
Okay.
Half the stock now is allocated. That's an investment, I get it. But you know what? You can split pay. So we have several different ones. PayPal Pay in 3, Klarna and ClearPay.
No,
Still not ready. That's all right. We can leave it a bit longer.
I will leave it and I will demold them, and we'll
get Emily to film it. Yes, we will. Absolutely. Right, Jayne. Essentials, please.
Essentials. Mixing cups and mixing sticks.
Right.
Are first. You're going to use these every time you use resin. You can use them to mix resin cast. You can use them to mix your epoxy resin. If you're wanting to colour UV resin, you would decant a small amount into a little container and you can colour it with mica powders. You can use pale pigment inks or pale alcohol inks, but don't use a lot, because that won't cure and it will then turn it all sticky and you'll just end up with a sticky mess.
Yeah.
The light's got to be able to permeate through that colour, so the darker the colour, the less likely you're going to be able to cure that UV resin.
I like the idea of the UV resin though, because you can stick, this is what I love, you can use that to bond the Cadence resin onto epoxy resin.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
onto glass and things like that. It went through the UV resin. It just literally, it's brilliant. I love that.
Yeah, it is.
I get why people use it as a glue.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I think I've used it a couple of times now to stick that different magnolia, because I've done it twice. The magnolia mould, I've made it out of epoxy resin, or I've made it out of Cadence resin, and we've heated it up. And then I've moulded it around a jar or a vase or something, and I've used UV resin to stick it onto there, and it did it in the show, and it did it in 30 seconds. And it was stuck.
It's brilliant. And if you're doing a lot with UV resin, you could invest in one of the nail lampers, because if you ever go and get your nails done with a gel polish, you put it in and it cures it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, definitely.
It's brilliant.
You've got that broader spectrum of light, because because the torch, it's a pinpoint. You've got a very directional. It's a smaller area that it's curing, so you've got to move it around. But if you've got a nail lamp, you've got a broader spectrum of light, so it's going to do it that bit quicker.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's talk about this little mould here, because this would be perfect with the UV resin.
Yeah, it would. I did try it last week with UV resin. I think it would take a little bit longer to cure it with the torch, because it's got to get through to the bottom of there. As long as you've cured it on the top, and make sure that it's cured on the top, you could then turn it over and cure it through the bottom of there, because it's not as, it's quite a thin silicone, so your light would go through there, but you would just need to make sure that you've cured it on both sides, definitely.
Brilliant,
but it is possible. It is absolutely possible.
But also your resin cast. You know, the resin cast we bring you from Creative, that's going to be perfect with those little moulds. I'd use them for fondant icing, I think. If I was just go out and buy a white and a pre-iced Christmas cake and add those around the outside.
Definitely.
And then yesterday we had the edible glitters on that you can put in an airbrush.
Oh, perfect.
So you could do that. Yeah. So we were saying, because it's edible on anything, you can eat it, obviously, because it's edible glitter. So I said, can you imagine if you brought your turkey out to be carved on the Christmas table and it had a Merry Christmas one and all stencil on the top and it was sparkling. I was like, I really need to do that.
That needs to be done. That would be so funny.
What's that on there?
Do you know what? I might do that.
That'd be hilarious.
My son's face would be like, what have you done?
You got a glittery turkey.
Got a glittery turkey, Cameron.
It's like Tina Turkey all over again. Let's not go down that road.
I still don't know that story.
Oh, do you know?
No.
Oh, do you know what? It's not funny when you tell the story, but at the time I lost it. We need to see if we can get you the clip and watch it, because I could not stop crying. We were talking about, I can't even remember what we were talking about, But it ended up being Tina turkey, and then we did a whole paper kit that went with it. Honestly, what bonkers! But yeah, it's not funny when you retell the story.
I'll
but
have
at
to
the
look.
time,
I'll find it. I'll find
it's
a clip. It'll be on
hilarious.
YouTube somewhere.
I'm just crying in the corner, and David's trying to hold it all together.
Oh,
Tina turkey.
you two do that regularly.
Yeah, well, we might do it next hour because I might go in and do that show with him. He's supposed to be on his own, but I might just go and join him.
Just go and join him for half hour.
Why not?
Yeah.
Right, thank you for your company.
Yes,
thank you to
guys.
Jayne for once again fabulous demos. Thank you for your hints and tips.
You're welcome.
That's fabulous.
I mean,
isn't
guys,
it?
honestly, I love that they give back in that respect because there's things that, like I said, I'm still learning.
Absolutely.
I'm learning every day. I make mistakes every day, and I think, well, that didn't work. You know, I've got all my Christmas baubles waiting at home for me tonight for when I get home, and I'm just desperate to get them demolded. But if I'd have got a heat mat, because I missed out last time.
Now, don't miss out on that heat mat. The code is SHOPMAT. It's $59.99 before you discount. It will be dispatched from the 9th of December, which is next Tuesday. So you've only got a little while to wait. As soon as you come in, our Sam will get those whizzing out the door, just like that. Yep, in the corner. Thank you for your company. Thank you to Sean for cameras and Sam for producing and going through that wall to see David. See you in a minute. Bye. Bye.